In response to my video for solutions to fix gerrymandering, someone commented, "Something like this should have been done a long time ago, but as long as Republicans are controlling, they'll try to prevent it from happening. I'm just glad more people are becoming aware of gerrymandering. Keep sending your ideas out, it will get traction." I just wanted everybody to know that I'm willing to read the positive comments as well as the negative ones. If you watch Jeopardy every day like me and my husband, then you've probably seen the TV ad for Brandon Riker, one of the other Democratic candidates in the 48th District. I've seen it a few times, and I have some questions. At the height of the Great Depression, unemployment in the country was at 25%. FDR was elected president with a clear economic mandate. These are some of the more well-known programs created under the New Deal. These programs were meant to create jobs and grow the economy. Because of the New Deal, by the end of FDR's presidency, the unemployment rate was at 2%. I gotta say, this second New Deal doesn't sound like FDR. It sounds like Joe Biden. As a general rule of thumb, it's probably wise to listen to the guy who has a master's degree in economics. But still, giving back $3,000 to every American, that's more than twice the amount of money Joe Biden gave out during the American Rescue Plan in 2021, which did contribute to inflation. So wouldn't putting more money into the private sector also contribute to inflation? If there are tax cuts for the middle class, they need to be balanced out with higher taxes on the rich. And while this ad doesn't address taxing the rich, there is one thing the ad mentions that, frankly, I find unnecessary. Let me be upfront and say that the last time I saw Brandon in person, I told him that I saw the ad, and my note to him was, maybe don't take shots at football coaches. If the premise of the ad is that there are too many lawyers and it's time to elect the only trained economist, that makes sense as a pitch. But punching down at football coaches? My dad was a football coach. As Democrats, it's really unbecoming to belittle certain professions. I run my own small business selling comic books. I have heard derogatory comments about me and my run for Congress just because of my profession. Oh, and remember how we all discovered Tim Walz and fell in love with him in 2024? He was a football coach too. This is really a question for all of the candidates in District 48. Any of us can have great policy ideas, but until we actually show the voters how we are going to make things happen, it's nothing but wishful thinking. It's important to remember the circumstances under which the New Deal was passed. When FDR became president, Democrats had 318 seats in the House and 60 in the Senate. Even after all the redistricting wars, under the best case scenario, Democrats could have 230 to 240 members in the House and 51 or 52 in the Senate. These are not overwhelming majorities, and there's no guarantee that the Senate would abandon the filibuster. And most importantly, Donald Trump is still president. While I would gladly be proven wrong, I really doubt he would sign into law any policy that would make the Democrats look good. At the end of the day, yes, voters want to hear good policy ideas. But as I've said before, politics is about gaining power to create good policy. We can tell voters anything we want about policy, but if we don't have the power to make it happen, well, then a second New Deal is dead on arrival. Keep your eyes open.